Dhruv Rathee, you bloody anti-Hindu digital terrorist hate preacher. You sham yourself as a defender of Hinduism, cloaking yourself as a well-wisher for Hindus, when in reality, acting as nothing more than a pawn for the anti-Hindu forces. Your allegiance isn't to Dharma, it is to the very forces working to erode, distort, and delegitimize Hinduism. Your tactics are as transparent as they are vile, satanic hell-born ploys designed to incite hatred and violence. You don't seek truth, you seek exploitation, twisting faith into a weapon to serve selfish fantasies. Your relentless attacks on His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam reek of desperation, a pathetic attempt to undermine a living avatar who has single-handedly revitalized Hinduism and uplifted millions worldwide. You target him not because of any legitimate failing, but because you covet the vast demography he has empowered for your personal ill gains. Your cheap, cunning tactic of pretending to care for Hindus in order to gain their trust, for you to then attempt a brash robbery of their wealth through your silly AI masterclass nonsense paid program, is nothing but a reflection of your rotten intention and will. The legacy of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's avataric mission is eternal, and no amount of venomous propaganda can halt the divine work he embodies. You believe that humanity lacks the perspicacity to pierce through your schemes of manipulation. But we see with utmost clarity the machinery of your deceit, every calculated falsehood, each weaponized half-truth engineered to exploit the benevolent and erode the sacred. This is not wisdom, but predation, not discourse, but psychological warfare waged against the indigenous Hindus. You're just another anti-Hindu profiteer with an insatiable bloodlust for blood money. Your social media crusade reeks of colonial arrogance, the same old missionary tactics repackaged for the digital age, where Hindu minds become just another ground for gaslighting and conquering. You are nothing but an eager accomplice in the systematic vilification of Hinduism. While the global community celebrates the transformative work of His Divine Holiness, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you grovel for validation by joining the chorus of baseless character assassination attacks. But understand this: Hindus are not your cattle to herd and milk at will. Your schemes will not be met with submission, but with unrelenting resistance. The more you do so, the more you expose the rot which animates your very existence. Your deceit is transparent, and your agenda will not go unchallenged. Hindus are not blind to your treachery and malicious intents, to your devilish games designed to bleed Hindus for clicks and cash. Swamiji is revered as the foremost guardian of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, a distinction granted by the highest spiritual leaders in Hinduism. Having faced unjust persecution and human rights violation that pushed him into exile, he now stands on the global stage championing the eternal wisdom of Sanatana Hindu Dharma and its constitutional principles. With unwavering resolve, he is elevating Sanatana Dharma's authenticity, ensuring its rightful recognition and respect on the international scene. He is the defendant and rightful successor of 21 historically sovereign indigenous Hindu kingdoms and is responsible to protect and share the heritage of these kingdoms for the welfare of the world. By virtue and light of his work, the United Nations recognize the value of his contributions, the history and the value of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, as well as the persecution he has faced because of what he stands for. Without his relentless efforts and sacrifice, none of it would have been possible. Swamiji is too busy building, teaching, serving, far too occupied with uplifting Dharma and humanity to entertain jobless trolls who contribute to nothing but noise. The results you produce clearly show the substance of your content. The defamation lawsuit slapped on you in 2018. All the facts manipulation you did in the Delhi riots and Muravar Farooqi in 2020. The rape threats you provoked after your abusive content related to the Kerala story in 2023. The violence you incited in the Swami Maliwal case in 2024. The death threats you sent towards Carolina Goswami again in 2024 because she exposed your ill content. Your abuse towards the victim of the Kolkata rape murder case. The abuse you have done to the Sikh community in 2025 without even having the decency to apologize once your schemes backfired on you. All the false copyright claims you used to suppress critical online content which is the behavior which raises serious human rights concerns. Without forgetting the fact that while you're doing all this, you're nicely hiding in a foreign country in order not to face the fruits of your violent and manipulative content production. Your channel is nothing but a hollow spectacle, all bark, no substance. Fancy editing and polished presentation can't disguise the fact that it is just a glorified echo chamber of baseless rants and cheap insults. Your so-called track record is just a pathetic chronicle of Hinduphobia disguised as journalism. All venom, no facts. While serious minds engage in meaningful work, this channel wastes its time yapping at shadows, mistaking noise for wisdom. Real influence comes from contribution, not childish tantrum disguised as journalism. Let the dogs bark as the caravan of truth moves on, as truth seekers recognize where real work is being done. Snakes shed their skin, but bigots never shed their ignorance. Your toxicity only proves why your ideology belongs in the dustbin of history.